Well done. Good jam. I'm sitting there over here just jamming out in my home office here. How's everyone doing today? How are we doing? Woo! How you doing? Hey, let's get started. We're going to have some fun here. And we have another guest speaker that's going to be joining us today. So our very first thing, obviously, is the gratitude and success stories. So I'll kick it off. You know, I have a lot of gratitude to our special guests that we've had over the last few weeks, over the past month. And today, Jamie G with Heritage is going to be joining us at 11:30. I know she just had to restart her computer, so she'll be jumping on again here real quick. But she is incredibly excited to be on this call with all of you, and she did a whole presentation to share with us. So yeah, there's my gratitude to start off. So who else has one? Gratitude and success stories. We need to have Jeopardy music playing or something, I think. All right, guys, gratitude and success stories. There we go.
Hey. I have a gratitude. So you guys know we've been out of our house since March 19th, and our daughter and her little family had us for about 6 or 7 weeks, and since then we've been at our friend's house. They have put us up, we've shared like almost every meal with them. You know, they've gifted us the use of an area of their house so we can work and live, and it has just been the biggest blessing, you know, that we could ever ask for, and haven't charged us a thing. And we're going to be moving back into our home shortly, and I'm glad to be back there. But I mean, to have friends like that is just incredible.
Absolutely. Relationships matter, don't they? So that's awesome, Holly. Thank you for sharing that. That's fantastic. Man, that's like goosebumps. Who else has one?
Our office is 98% ready to move back into.
There you go. There you go. Right on, right on. Gratitude there for sure. Thank you for the help with that and getting that piece going. So our leadership will be talking with Damien here later today, so we'll get an update out to you as soon as we know. So thanks. Thank you, Debbie. All right, awesome. Who else has one? I could do the Jeopardy music, but it's really bad. So let's save everyone from that. Let's finish it out. Who has one more to finish us out?
And then I'll jump in. You know, I was actually at the office on Saturday, I think it was. It was nice to be back to the office. So just good to just feel like you're getting back into some kind of routine. Showed houses with Richard on Saturday as well. So just getting back into being back to the real world again. So it's been nice to get out and start working.
Good. That's awesome, Jim. Thank you for sharing that. Speaking of working and getting back out there, let's talk about listings. Who's got an upcoming listing? Upcoming listings.
I've got a couple.
I have a condo that's coming up.
No, I was first, Holly. Can you hear me?
We got so many listings, it's all overlapping each other. All right. Yep, we can hear you.
Go, William.
Okay, sorry. So in Clark Farms in Parker, 5-bedroom, 5-bath. We're looking at about $585. Fully finished basement, fully remodeled and updated. Going to hit the market here in a couple weeks. And then the farm up here in Aurora, squeezed between Arapahoe and was that on the north side of it, or Orchard. Anyway, we've got a listing coming up in there. Again, another 5-bedroom, probably around 6 or a little bit over 6. It's going to come up in a few weeks as well.
Good deal. Well done. Well done.
That's
Holly,
it.
I know
Those
you're
two.
biting at the bit. What you got for us?
I was just trying to pull the information on it. I've got a 2-bed, 2-bath condo over by Dove Valley coming up, and I don't know if it's going to make it this week. It's probably going to be next week, and in the mid twos, like 250, 260 range. And I think that's right. I'll pull this up, but I'll get it on the site. Yeah, it's there. It'll be freshly painted. It'll need carpet, but they're willing to give a carpet allowance. And but otherwise, it's a nice condo.
Awesome. Well done. Great price, by the way. All right. Other upcoming listings. Who's got
Hey
another
guys, we
one?
got one going active tomorrow. Hey, got one here, guys.
Awesome, Shannon.
Doesn't have me as muted.
We can hear you, Shannon.
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
No, we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I've got one coming
Yes.
up tomorrow. West Hammonds Ranch, 1093 English Sparrow Trail. They just did all brand new carpet, brand new painting, brand new light fixtures, brand new tile in the bathrooms. It is ready to go. 4 bedrooms upstairs on that one, and we're going to be listed at $485.
Fantastic. Great job. Great job. Great job. Awesome. All right. Thank you, Shannon. Who's got another one?
Hey guys, I have a few I wanted just to tell you about, to be thinking about. I feel like I look like a ghost.
Awesome, Renee.
Okay. I announced one last week in Broomfield, and this is going to be at 450, a townhome or paired home. It does have outdoor space with grass and a patio. That is 3 bedrooms and 2.5 baths at 450 in Broomfield. We have another one coming up on the market so that one's live on Friday. You guys know about it first. We have another one coming up in the Highlands on 32nd, 2 blocks away from Federal, 4 blocks away on the other side on Sheridan, so it's in between. This is going to be at 600, 2,000 square feet. So anybody looking in the Highlands, let me know. As well as another one that is probably going to be riding right at $1 million, maybe right under $1 million, in Boulder. And that is a beautiful house in Boulder. So Highlands, Boulder, Broomfield. If you have any buyers, look me up.
Great job. Great job, Renee and Downey Street Brokers. Well done. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. Who's got another one? Let's keep this going. Who's got another listing coming up?
I have one coming up, hopefully.
Yeah, Cindy, right on.
Hopefully in the next week to 10 days, 2 weeks. It's a multifamily home in Aurora 80013. It's at 3719 South Ensenada. It has a 2-bed, 3-bath, finished basement. No HOA there. They got rid of the HOA years ago, which is kind of interesting. So stay tuned. We'll probably be looking around 340 is my guess.
Awesome. Awesome. Great price point. Fantastic. All right. And Cindy, when's that coming on the market? Sorry, I missed that part.
Probably in 7 to 10 days.
All right. Awesome. Thank you, Cindy. And I just heard a voice come on here a second. And
Yeah, that's Josh.
hey, Josh. Man, it's great to hear your voice. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, good. Good. Can you guys see me?
Let's see.
Hold on. Let me try something
Where we
here.
at?
Good.
It says your video is on, but we can't see you.
Let me see here. Well,
If you're the
have a
mystery man,
webcam
Josh.
no,
Open.
you're good. Let me just check something.
Close.
Okay, well, either way. I don't know why it's not connecting my video. But I have 3 upcoming listings, so.
Well done.
Yep. Well, actually,
Share away.
I actually have 4. I just have one that just went back on the market. We just took a price improvement today. Oh, it's okay. That would be one of my daughters. Hold on. It's okay. There you go. All right. Daddy duty today too. So I have 4 really. So I have a land listing in Evergreen. We just dropped the price to 175. 175,000. It's on 0.72 acres. It's got city of Evergreen views and sweeping mountain views, southern exposure. And that one just went back on the market. And then I have 2 upcoming listings this week. I have a townhouse in Denver. That's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. It's a ground floor, just 1 main level townhome. And that one we're going to list at $249. I have my second one is going to be a townhouse as well. This one's more of a true townhome. It's a 3-story townhome. That one's in Broomfield, and that one is going to be listed at $369. And that is it's a 2-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom, and it also has like a study office. And then my 3rd/4th one is going to be in Erie. And that one is a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bathroom, 3-story home. It's got an unfinished basement. It's absolutely gorgeous. And we're going to list that one at $517,000. So if anybody's got anybody, I've got listings galore, and I actually have multiple other listings coming up within the next probably 2 weeks here. So at least 2 more.
Well done, Josh. Well done. Well done. Awesome job.
Yep.
Can you,
Very cool.
Josh,
So-
can you post the address to that lot in Evergreen?
Yeah, it's on my Facebook. Well, let me pull it up here. If you go to Facebook, I just posted it actually. Should be 4094. Oh, I actually didn't put the actual address on there. So the lot's kind of interesting because the address is kind of a temporary address right now until somebody actually goes under contract and puts the building permits in and goes with Jefferson County is when the address will actually be like official. But for right now, we're calling it 4094 South Alpine is the address on that one. So.
Josh, I'd like to know how you're getting all these listings. Great job.
Yeah, thank you. I have, taken all that time off, and I just went back to work like a week or 2 ago and just started hustling. And yeah, it's just, I'm just going to ride out the wave. So.
Are they all coming from your sphere?
Yes. Yeah. Let's see. So we've got, let's see. Yeah. So either past, one of them is a past client that I sold her townhome. One of them's from my wife, and then the other one is like a distant family, we'll call him. And then the other one was a complete referral from another agent that actually left town and gave me that lot listing. So he moved to
Great
California.
job.
So yeah, thank you. So a little
Awesome
blend
job.
of everything, but essentially sphere. So
Well done, buddy. Well done.
thank you.
All right. So any other upcoming listings before we go on to price improvements? Okay, let's oh, by the way, I have 10 upcoming listings written down right now. So great job, everyone.
You need to count better.
Seriously.
There's 12.
Oh, I went low on this one. I usually go high on it. That's awesome. And Amber, the MCA, correcting as she should. So we have 12. Double from last week. So great job. Great job. All right, let's go price improvements. Who's got a price improvement out there? Motivated sellers.
That
Going
Patrick
once.
was my lot listing in Evergreen. She just dropped the price 10,000. So, and we had the appraisal done on it, so it's going to appraise all day at that. So,
Sweet. All right, so we got a double hit on that one, guys. That's awesome.
yep.
Fantastic. So, any other price improvements? Price improvements. Going once, going twice, 3 times. Buyer needs. Let's go to buyer needs. Who has a buyer need out there?
I have a buyer need. It's Holly.
Awesome, Holly. Share it with us.
I am looking for, it's a not elderly, but older couple moving closer to their kids, looking for either a condo, townhome. It's got to be single level. It can have a basement, but they want the main, the living area and the bedrooms all on one floor. They would like 3-2. And they're looking in, they want no maintenance. So it could be like a patio home type situation. But condo, townhome, detached single family, as long as there's no maintenance. And looking in the 350 range, could go up a bit from that. They kind of know the market. So they just got under contract on their home in Pueblo. So they're good to go. We're on a 30-day clock.
Awesome. Thank you, Holly. That's fantastic. Other buyer needs. Going once. Going twice. 3 times. If you have a buyer need, put it in the chat, please. And same with upcoming listings, or if you missed that piece, or price changes. And we'll also put it on Facebook as well. All right, let's dive in. And at 11:30, I'm going to pass the torch to our good friend, Jamie G, who's on the call, which I love seeing your face. So welcome. And so in the meantime, though, let's talk about 4 conversations. We're in week number 4, which is profit. So here's also what's going on. We're in the very last month of the second quarter, coming right up here in June. So how do you want your profit to look for the second quarter? How do you want your business to look for the second quarter? What would be so incredible for you and your business to look back at the end of June and go, holy cow, I can't believe I did X. What is X? What does that look like? We talked last week about 4 different questions. What I can control, what I can't control, what I'm seeking to control but cannot, what could I control that I'm choosing not to? So if you turned all of that into a profit conversation, what does that look like in your world? There's tons of opportunity going on right now. I mean, Josh just talked about it, and he's been, Josh, you've been basically out of the game for the last 60 days, right? 60, 90 days. And
Yeah, 90 days almost.
look at what's going on. 90 days. So my point to it is the second quarter is not gone. There's a whole month of opportunity right in front of you. So what could you do today to insulate your profit and grow your profit as a business? What are your thoughts around that? Let's take 2 minutes to kind of unpack that a little bit.
Shows the power of your database.
Okay, tell me more about that.
So obviously Josh has a database, right? From clients, past clients, other agents that he's worked with, other agents from all over the country. And the minute he needed more business, he needed to kick things into gear. Look what happened the minute he touched on him. If he hadn't touched on him, he
Yeah.
wouldn't be sitting at the computer, right? Huge.
hmm This is equal playing ground for everyone, whether you're a brand new agent or you're an experienced agent, it's equal playing ground. So what could you do today that could significantly impact your business in the second quarter? Kind of some different food for thought on that.
Well, I was going to say just going through the motions, just changing the whole script of to care, reaching out to people, you know, and serving them first before you sell them, so to say. I've had several calls the last couple of days that all came back to, hey, I missed your call, got your voicemail, and ended with, by the way, this is what we're trying to do and what we're ready to do. So I've had some opportunities start to come up from those calls in the past. And I think it's just the message, not to beat a dead horse, but people don't care what you have to say till they know you care, or whatever, however that is. But just being there, being the expert, just being there, just working the system, just doing what we're supposed to be doing, you know, and make sure we're tailoring our message about them. My second quarter kind of stinks. However, I ran a quick estimate on what my third quarter looks like, and my third quarter is going to put me back on track, if not ahead, for what my yearly goals were. And all I've done the last 8 weeks is call people and not have any business to work. But this week and a little bit towards the end of the weekend, business has come out of everywhere, mainly because I stayed on top of those calls.
That's awesome. Well said. Well said. So something to think about coming up on June 1st. Give your business, give your life a temperature read, right? We've all had to endure some crazy times, some exciting times, some wild times, some holy goodness, right? All of us have. And we're all in this together. So if you look at and do a temperature read on the last 6 months, what could the next 6 months look like for you? What would make it absolutely incredible, no matter what happens outside of our doors? So I know I've hit you with a few questions here, and I did it on purpose because we're at the end of the month and we're about to jump into a new month here with new opportunity. And just like William said, you know, you literally can build out your third quarter right now to where it looks absolutely incredible. And the second quarter is not over. It's not over. So there's a lot of opportunity that's right there in front of you. And all of us here, we're a family. All of us here are here to help. So lean on everyone, right? If you're running into some challenges, lean on everyone. Lean in, don't lean out. There is a class that I'm going to be teaching here this Saturday. I just changed the date on earlier today, but I wanted to let everyone know personally. And it's going to be how to go from survive to thrive. What strategies could you take and run with? And that'll be this Saturday from 11:30 to 12:30. And so what we'll do is I'm going to get things started a little bit early here with Jamie G. And the purpose around this is so that you're able to jump off the call a little bit early, because I got something fun. For those of you who are in Bold Pivot, this is the last week of Bold. And our operating principal, the infamous Jake Ginger, is going to do a script off. And I can't wait to see it, because him and I were chatting last night and shooting ideas back and forth. And Jake is going to be going off the cuff, and it's going to be an agent and a seller going back and forth. Two Bold coaches. Jake has sold hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of homes. So this is one you do not want to miss. So jump onto that. We'll get you out of here a few minutes early. So the goal is by 11:50. That should work, right, Amber? About 11:50, we'll get you off and jump on that call. And I can't wait to hear the ahas from this one. And give that guy a hard time a little bit, right? Let's have some fun with it. So with that, Jamie G, how are you? It is so good to see you on here. And I know you've been working on some different things here over the past week, and you're really excited to share with us. So I'm going to bite my tongue and stay quiet and pass the torch to you. So there you go.
I am, and I'm so excited to see you guys. I've missed you guys so much. If you don't know, I work with multiple of the KW Highlands Ranch agents, but if you don't know me, I'm Jamie from the Heritage Title in Highlands Ranch. And one way I love to work with my agents is really I'm an elevation strategist. I love to look at their businesses, find the gaps, the resources, the tools that I can provide to really elevate and up-level their business and work. And we bring everything together with the branding and the social media and all of that. I did want to introduce really quickly, I invited a brand new, one of our best top closers, Jason Tabling, on because I wanted him to say hi to everybody. Say hi.
Hi, everyone.
So he's a fantastic,
Awesome.
very seasoned closer. He is new to Heritage. We're super excited to have him. But if you need any resources, if you need any help, we work as a fantastic team. He will help you get the deal to close, and I will help you build your business so you can get the deal. So that's how we work as a team. Do you have anything to say, Jason?
No, thanks for that great introduction. And hi, everyone. You know, I've been closing for over 20 years now and really pride myself on communication with you and your clients. So whether sellers or buyers. So yes, definitely reach out if you ever need anything to either one of us.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, you guys, we're going to get started because I got so excited. I have a lot to share. I know you're shocked by that. Let me see. Can you see my screen right now? Can everybody see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yep,
okay.
we can see it.
So really when I designed this, I wanted to design something that, here, I'm going to change, see if I can change that. I don't know if I can. So really real estate and reimagining. So when this whole COVID thing started, what I really started seeing is we need to reimagine how we do our businesses. Things are not going to look the same as we go back out into the environment. And that's not a bad thing. What we saw in 2020 is we had a unique leap year, right? It had 29 days in February, had 300 days in March, and 5 years in April. Now, God only knows what's going to happen in June. Hopefully we go backwards, but it has just been a really unique experience for everybody. So what I've seen during this whole time is 5 emerging personalities. What I want each of us to do, and what I've seen a lot today on the call already, is the one that most of the people on the call I've seen choosing is the 5th personality I'm going to unveil. But really what I want us to think of is take a step back and think of how did we start with when COVID started? How were we doing things, and what personality did we fit, and what are we going to choose to be, and who are we being now as we move forward in this COVID experience and post-COVID, because it really does change. So the first thing, and I know a lot of you may have even seen some clients and prospects that fit this, the ostrich. They're in denial, they bury their head in the sand, and they act like nothing has happened. We've definitely seen some of that going on. The victim. These are the ones that make excuses, and they find an excuse for everything. And granted, I am going to say there are some seriously difficult, hard things that have come from this. There are people that have passed away that we really, really, really care about. People have lost their jobs. People may lose their homes. So it's not that there aren't reasons to be depressed or sad or have an excuse. What I am saying is there's 2 choices we make in that place. If we continue to choose the excuse and choose victimhood, that's the path that we're going to go down. If we choose to make one positive step forward, no matter what it is, then we start to climb out of that hole. We start to lift ourselves and others out of that space. So there are people that have chosen victimhood, but what we can do is we can say, okay, life does suck in this place, but what can I do to make it better? Then I've seen the overwhelmed, the people that procrastinate. So they just don't know where to start, so they don't start. They continue to have this to-do list that gets longer and longer, and they start doing the really the things that aren't as important, or they just sit and watch Netflix reruns all day, right? I've also seen the self-sabotagers, and we all know this, and I can tell you, like about 4 or 5 o'clock at night, pretty much for 2 weeks straight, I was drinking wine. I'm not gonna lie. So The thing is, though, is we choose our vices, we choose our bad habits, we go back and revert to the things that we used to do because those are in our comfort zones. And so we're sabotaging the good things that we can do and that we can make propel in our life at that moment. And then the final one, and this is what I've seen a lot on the call, which I'm super excited about, is the overcomer. They are resilient, they are creative, they are positive, they choose to be positive, they choose to be aware, they shift with the flow, they have grace for themselves and for other people, they have self-care. Now I'm gonna say, if you are not taking care of yourself, that is the first place I would start no matter what. Because if you're not taking care of yourself, you're gonna be unmotivated, unproductive, you're going to be reactive. And that's the last thing we want. We want to get sleep. We want to exercise. We want to eat right. We want to have some time with our family. Those are the first places I am always going to encourage you to start with your mindset. Your mindset is everything. And so if you start with self-care, everything else comes out of that and evolves out of that. Also, they take action. They adapt to what is going on in their surroundings, and then they readapt, right? And they also have a growth mindset. That's crucial during these times of crisis or any time of challenge, really. So really crucially, the thing that we need to be doing is asking a lot of questions and asking the right questions right now. I call it our COVID queries, right? It is all about asking the questions and finding the answers and the solutions. So mindset shifts. How do we need to show up with legendary leadership? And here's the thing, we're all leaders. Whether you know it or not, you're a leader and you need to choose to be a legendary leader. And some of the things we need to be is be solutions-based right now. It is all about possibilities and opportunities. It is not about limitations. Again, going back to the excuses, if you're thinking, but I can't because, I want you to think of what is possible within my realm and what are the opportunities that I didn't have before that I actually have now. Have the best interest of the whole, not just the one. So you want to create a win-win-win situation in the things that you're choosing to do in your life, but also in your business and how you move forward. How can I stay relevant and needed? These are questions, because what I will say is we're going to go forward and it feels almost like life is getting back to normal, but we have not seen all of the consequences for what has been happening over the last 3 months. So take advantage and think truly, what is relevant and what is going to be relevant and what is needed and how can I fit into that? How can I show up as the best version of me? I really want us to think, because it is easy to get down, it is easy to get depressed, it is easy to get frustrated, but I want in all of this to think, okay, if I were to envision the very best version of me, what would that look like? What would it feel like? Who would I be and what decisions would I make? From that place, from this day forward, when you have a decision to make, when you're making choices in your business, you stop and you think, okay, the best version of me, what would they choose? Who would they be and how would they act? That's where we go. That's where we start today. We get to make that choice. And so I want you to start to think, what would that even look like? And I want you to start embodying that person and that aspect of who you are. So again, instead of working within our limitations, because we have limitations, we want to work from and expand our possibilities within those limitations, because there are going to be things, for example, all the masks we have to use and all the safety precautions we have to take. But what are the things that we can expand and do because of those limitations that make us think outside the box now? So I call this our pandemic power. So I want us to really embrace it, embody it, and get excited about the fact that we had a pandemic and that we can provide power to ourselves and take that to the next level. This is our time to reevaluate everything we are doing, everything. This is our time to then set aside and redesign and then relaunch into what we actually want in our lives and in our businesses. So there's new opportunities right now to connect deeper, like William was saying, right? Connect on a deeper, more heartfelt, more authentic way with our clients and our prospects. I know for me, I have come up with all different ways to connect with my people that I haven't been able to. I've had richer conversations because everybody had the time and actually wanted the connection. Simplify and become more efficient and effective, right? These are the times where everything was shut down. Before everything completely reopens, don't go gangbusters and start doing exactly what you were doing before again. That's not going to be beneficial to anybody. Simplify, take in what is real and what is needed and what's most efficient and effective, and then move forward. Find your groove. Like personally, again, you have a little bit more time and space to be more congruent with yourself and your business. So find the groove and flow that fits your personality best, because I can guarantee when you start utilizing that, everything else flows easier. You enjoy your business more. You pull the clients that enjoy and want to work with you more. So really find your groove. That's what I love. That's what I love about branding. That's when I work with my agents of branding, because they are really jiving with their own brand and their person. And that just brings more fun for them, but that also draws more of the right people to them. Learn new skills. You need time. You've always wanted to learn a certain skill. For example, Zoom. We all know that Zoom is going to be relevant in the next 3, 6, 9, 12 months. That's a skill, but it's an easy one to learn and acquire right now. So what are some other skills that you've wanted to learn or that will be super relevant in the next 6 to 12 months? Take it and actually put that on your calendar to start to learn. New possibilities for innovation. What I love about this is this makes us push our limits if we choose to accept it, right? We accept what's going on. It makes us push our limits and expand our creativity. And I want us all to get more creative. Like, that's the whole thing. And the coolest part about this, you guys, is it does force us to pivot quicker. What does that mean for our businesses? It accelerates our growth faster. Who wants to grow your business faster, right? Yes, can I hear an amen? This is your opportunity. Thank you, Patrick. This is your opportunity, people. Don't be frustrated with it. Embrace it. Get excited about it. You're not going to do everything perfect. It can be a little messy while you figure it out, but do something and learn and grow, because here's the other cool thing. It's going to weed out all those people that don't adapt. We all know there's thousands of agents out there. Who do you think is going to survive? Who do you think is going to come out on top? Those that are adapting, those that are choosing growth right now. So here's a couple of things. Reevaluate. You can take a picture of this just so you can go back, because I'm going to go really quick. But the crisis advantage, these are the times where you actually take advantage of the crisis. Okay, first of all, if you don't know your why, let's talk about that, all right? Because we all know that that's where it starts, and that's what's going to move you forward when it gets tough. So the cool thing is with crisis, it becomes more clear, right? When you think about what are my true core values, what really mattered when everything else was going to crap, when we were scared, we didn't really know what was going to happen, what were those few core values that came to light, and what really mattered? What really mattered? That should bring you clarity. Do you know who you are? Who are you, and who do you want to be? Who did you turn into during the crisis? Because that attacks our identity. And if we don't know and we aren't strong in who we are and our identity, then that is going to change how we act. If you're not strong in your identity, that changes your decisions. Who are you wanting to serve, and who are you currently serving? Who do you want to be, and how can you become that person? Okay. Do you know where you are going and when? So what is the ultimate vision of your business? And what I encourage you to do is don't do it the exact way you were doing it before. Throw that out. Take what was working, take what you loved, and re-envision a greater version of your business. And then you're going to just go backwards and figure out, okay, how can I manipulate and make that happen? How can I start to implement those things that actually end up where I want to actually end up? Do you know what you have and what you need? Really look at the resources you currently have at your fingertips, at your disposal. Human resources, physical resources. digital, intellectual, skills, financial, influences. Who are influencers in your life? Who has influence? Who do you have influence over? Write down every single resource you have available to you and figure out, okay, how can I interweave those resources together to do something cool in my business? And is there one or two resources I don't have that I need to figure out, that I need to hire a team member for, that I need to figure out how to bring that in or learn that skill, right? This is the time we do that. Do you know how? Do you know your how? So leverage and strategies. All about leverage and strategy. That's one of my favorite things in life. I want to do it more efficiently and more effectively, right? It's a strategy, but you also want to leverage what you're doing. So look at the tasks that you need to do to accomplish your vision of what you want your business to look like, the systems that you need to use or that you need, the people that you need to get involved, or maybe the people you need to get uninvolved, right? Because that might be a possibility too. And then the channels. What other channels can you utilize for your business? For example, when I started this, I could no longer go out and meet with my people. So I started Facebook messaging them, things that I had going on. I obviously emailed as always. I would text, I did calls, I did Zoom calls for different classes so I could add value to them. I tapped into every single different possible resource I could to connect with them. Those are different channels. Social media, a whole nother channel that we can talk with our clientele and reach them. What I want to encourage you to do is see which ones that your clients react to and actually involve or communicate with you on, and do more of that. But also, if you have multiple channels to communicate with them on, then the ones that communicate on different levels, you'll reach them too. All right, empower. So top skills to have to be an overcomer and to win during these times. These are top things that you can have. Resilience is one of the top ones, because you are going to fall down. Things aren't going to go your way, and that's okay, but just get back up. No excuses, all right? If you need help, ask for help. It's okay. Problem solving, critical thinking, and creativity are some of the biggest assets you can have. If you're not a creative person, then you want to collaborate with people that are. If you're really good with say, for example, tech stuff, collaborate with somebody that is. And that's going to bring up my next thing, is top things that you can do to pivot during a crisis. Let's talk about that. Collaboration. Collaboration is key, because here's what I know in a crisis. Okay, for example, in December, and I'm talking really fast because I still have so much fun stuff to share. In December, we had no idea COVID was coming up. We could not have predicted that, nor can we predict what's going to happen in 2 days, 10 days, 3 months, 6 months down the road. So we have to continue to adapt and change and pivot and see and collaborate with other people that see other things that might have different advantage points to what we don't see. The more we can collaborate with one another, the better. Connect more authentically with your people, with your family, and with yourself. Reflect, reflect, reflect. And I say this not every 3 months. I say this every freaking day. You reflect in the morning on what you want to accomplish and what's going to be working toward your goals. And at night, you reflect to see, okay, what actually worked and what didn't work. And then you redirect, you readapt, and you implement the next day. Every day you reflect, because this is going to be crucial for this time, because we are going to have to adapt and readapt while we see what happens as we come out of COVID. Things are not going to be normal. We're just going to start to see the repercussions, and there's going to be great things and there's going to be hard things. But the more that we are aware and we continue to reflect, the better, I promise you. So redesign. This again is part of the COVID advantage. We want to look at just a few of these. You should have a laundry list of things you want to redesign in your business, but look at least these. So your products and services, the delivery method that you use, you might want to reevaluate that and redesign that. What is needed now? So I want to really emphasize what is needed now and what is going to be needed in 3 months. What is going to be needed in 6 months? Think in terms of your clientele, right? What are they going to need? when all of a sudden they've claimed forbearance and they can't refinance their house, or they can't because they didn't understand that, yes, that's going to go on your credit score. And now they want to try to buy a new home and sell their home. And what are they going to need? They're going to need you to help them figure out how to walk through that process, right? Channels and brands, you want to do connections and social media and video. What are the different channels that you connect with your people on? And congruency, bring that all together. Bring your social brand into your life. Bring your life into your social brand so it's all congruent. Revenue and pricing, you might want to you might have some alternative ways to make money, or you might be changing how you make money, or even how you maybe save money, right? Assets and resources, how to utilize better what you already have. These are things we also can help our clients with. I'm going to talk about an idea that I was thinking of. So one thing you can do, and we'll talk a little bit about this in just a moment as well, is okay, so we all used to do home buying seminars. But think about how effective that's going to be for all these people that lost their job, have bad credit now, you know, maybe they lost their home. I would say redesign your home buying seminar to be, okay, it's like a post-COVID home buying seminar. What are the things that we can help you do to implement? We need to help repair your credit history. We need to put you back on a strategy plan. We need to find, just like I'm saying here, we need to find different ways you can save money, different ways you can make money, different revenue streams. If you can help them do that, walk through that process, you know how loyal they would be to you, because you're not just deserting them because they can no longer afford their home. You are walking them through a process, right? And it doesn't mean the typical home buying seminar won't be effective, but it's only effective to those people that it didn't have any issue. So I would say think outside the box in those terms. Also, think about your client's headspace. Think about all the struggles every single one of us went through. What are some of the top things we hear the struggles being? People gaining weight, you know, people being depressed. All of these things, what are some personal levels that we can connect with them on? Maybe you do like a COVID post, shake the COVID off, and do like a health challenge where you all lose weight together. You're in there, you're seeing them weekly doing, you know, you can hire somebody from Group Fitness, they'll do a Zoom for you. You can hire, like, these people do it for free. So really think about some of the problems that they're having and resources you can provide that are daily struggles they're having right now that you can help them out of. So assets and resources, activities and partners, what can you do with yourself or need to do for yourself? Different activities, different partners, how can you leverage more of what you have, but also other people? How can you leverage what you all are trying to accomplish together? So I would read this, but all of your faces are over it, so I'll let you read it because it won't let me move your faces. But this is a fantastic thing. Essentially, it's just saying, like, let's look at our old choices, and if we're making choices from our old patterns, from what we used to know, that's not going to be very helpful. We want to reorganize, we want to repurpose what we are doing and what we are thinking, and that's where we roll from. So resourcefulness. And again, here, Patrick, I'll have you read the top one. These are some questions to think about.
So how might you pull out all the stops and fully open to a new sense of resourcefulness, creativity, and innovation during this time? What could you be, do, or have that's totally outrageous, or perhaps totally simple, that would lead to your desired results? How might you dig deep or even notice something that was right there in front of you all along that could be an opportunity?
So this is resourcefulness, guys. Think of things differently. Again, it's all about the questions and how we ask the questions that really can get us the most powerful answers right now. So again, I want you to ask yourself right now in this moment, who have you been being and who do you want to be, right? This is the day we get to choose And this is also the day we get to choose to up-level people around us and help to get them out. When you help your clients get out of the first 4 personalities here, you find resources to help elevate them, you're leading them, then we're elevating everybody and they're going to be so grateful to you. I can't even tell you. So where can we be radically generous? How can we be epically creative around that? Who can we massively create or be collaborative with, and what resources do we need, and who or what do we know? And so that is why we can become courageously generous throughout this process. And what will that bring? That will bring us more loyalty, that will bring us more referrals, and that will also bring more depth to our business. What I do know is brands and loyal relationships are born during this time, because this is where you show up. And if you show up for somebody else, they're going to be loyal and they're going to want to use you. Think of all the challenges people are having. Shift to supply what your client and prospect is going to need. Provide hope and belief, leadership, support, and resources to them. And then personal and business solutions for your clients. That is going to make you invaluable. How can I use what I already have to supply what they need, which will end in their business and their loyalty? And this is my offering to you guys. So there's multiple things that I am offering right now. Currently, I have a social savvy challenge that is open to everybody. So you just need to let me know if you're interested. It is one action item that we can do on social media to up level. So it might be about tagging, it might be about hashtagging, best video practices, that kind of stuff. So I'm doing that currently right now. And I also have a Facebook group with that. Top 10 video pieces of equipment that I use, because I get asked about that every day. So while we're doing more on our phones, on our computers, this is a crucial list, and it will be for every level that you want. Interactive marketing reports for my clients. We just brought out this new tool. It's super, super cool. It is, it can be interactive you can do a zip code, you can do a city. It changes weekly, so it's updated all the time. Super cool interactive market reports. We do have an Instagram for business with one of the top people that works specifically with real estate agents, and she's in social media. So she is going to be doing a webinar, so I have a link for that. National expert panel coming up, I believe it's on June 9th. And again, it's going to be all about what you can be doing, the questions that people are asking. But these are like Facebook, social media, top people that actually work with specifically real estate agents. And then my Reimagine Mastermind group. So they are starting in the beginning of June. I know you guys are all finishing up Bold. So I want to provide different resources. So I have some mixed groups of top agents that are going to be joining my mastermind groups. We're going to be up-leveling our businesses, really moving forward through this COVID thing, but also just finding out what are some different ways we can set ourselves apart during all of this time. So let me know. Here's my contact information. Would love to work with any of you. I'll also see if Patrick will let me send out an email just so I can follow up with this. So you guys can actually be like, yeah, hey, I'm interested in that. Hey, can you help me with this? But you guys, I really appreciate your time. Anything you need, just let me know. I'm here to help.
Jamie G, drop that mic. Do it. Drop it. Drop the mic. Boom. There we go. Well done. Okay, so we have your contact information. Yes, absolutely, on the email. We'll get that sent out. I know we're pushing time today to get you into Bold Pivot to give Jake a hard time. So let's go ahead and we're going to wrap up the meeting here. And let's take 60 seconds. What's an aha? What's a couple ahas that you have? Because that was an awesome presentation.
Thank you.
I would say one of my ahas was what you said in the very beginning that we all have to keep in mind, and that is grace. Everybody throughout this time is on this end of the pendulum, scared to death, this end of the pendulum, over it, think it's all crazy, and then somewhere in between. And there's no right or wrong in this. We have to 100% respect where everybody is and meet them where they are. And that's the biggest thing. When I was in, I lived in Oklahoma City during the 2013 Moore tornado, and that was just a community. This is the world. And we talked a lot about nobody is at their best. especially if they're on this end of the scared to death pendulum. Actually, even the other end, everybody's over it, either scared to death or over it. And so we need to bring grace into everything, because some people are literally shell shocked and scared to death. And so we need to be that voice of reason and grace to our clients, to the general public, to our co-agents. That to me is the most important thing you said.
Thank you, Cindy.
Awesome. With that, we're going to go ahead and close the meeting for this week. So, really think about some of the questions that were asked today and dive into that presentation that Jamie shared with us. This is an opportunity to literally come out on the other side and see what can happen out of this, right? Like, what I love the part on, where could we be internally? Where could we be externally? What can we do today that can significantly impact our business, not just for tomorrow, not just for the second quarter, for the year, for the next several years? I mean, there's opportunity everywhere right now. So go get it. Flip the rock over and get the opportunity. Take the opportunity. Take the listings, take the buyers. All of you are incredibly skilled and you're fantastic realtors. So go show the world that. So with that, I love you guys. Jamie, thank you. And go get them. Go get them, guys. With that, we'll see you later.